Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go through the step-by-step process of closing an Irish limited company by the means of a voluntary strike-off. Unfortunately, from time to time things don't work out. Maybe you set up a company and it never got off the ground, maybe you never even started trading and want to escape having to keep up with all the administration of keeping a live company going in terms of your tax returns and your financial statements every year and your own personal income tax returns as well. So I can understand why you might want to get rid of the company and just close it and forget about it. So I'll take you through it step by step. It's not too hard of a process, really. It just takes a bit of organization to get your ducks in a row. So I'll go through it now, and I'll also have some templates here that you can download that can help you along the way for specific parts of the process as well. So stay tuned. What you need to do to prepare for strike off, firstly, is you need to settle all outstanding liabilities that you might have in the company. So if your company was trading, you may have certain suppliers that you owe. You may have some assets in the company. You may have some cash in the bank. Basically, what you need to do is pay all the liabilities that are outstanding, especially the taxes. If there's money in the bank, then extract that from the company by means of either payroll or dividends, or however you want to extract it from the company, because once the company is struck off you will not have access to it anymore. So that's the first step, is just to get all the admin side of things for your company completely up to date in terms of selling off any assets that you might have, getting the cash out, paying off any liabilities, and getting any assets that you have or liabilities under €150. So that is a very important first step. Step number two, then, you need to get your tax returns and your annual returns with the CRO up to date. So if you have any outstanding returns, then you need to get them all up to date before you go through the process of trying to close the company. Firstly, you will need to get approval from revenue before you go and close the company. So it's important that you especially have your tax returns all up to date. Step number three, then, when you do have all of your tax returns up to date and the company has ceased to trade, you can start to deregister the company for tax. And that is a very simple process that you can do through your Ross account. So if you go down to the bottom of the homepage when you log into Ross, you'll see here a place where you can manage your tax registrations. You click on that, you'll see all the different taxes that you're registered for. You can click here for corporation tax, for example, to cease registration, then submit it, and then after a couple of days, revenue will go ahead and approve it. So make sure and cease registration for all tax heads that you have registered for, whether it's that or as an employer as well. Just make sure you deregister for all of them. Once you have deregistered for tax, the next thing that you need to do is actually go and get a letter of no objection from the revenue commissioners, them essentially giving you a letter giving you the okay to close the company, that they're happy that everything is in order from their side. The request that you actually make to revenue has to be in a specific format. I have a template here that you'll be able to download from the comment section below, and also in the description section of the video as well, that you'll be able to go in there and get a copy of this that you can use for your own purposes. The letter needs to have certain kind of things on it, such as it needs to be addressed to the National Companies Unit. It also needs to have the CRO number, the company name, the tax registration number, registered office, the correspondence address for directors, the date that the company ceased trading. It needs to be signed by one of the company directors as well. So make sure and go and download that template just to save yourself a little bit of time. Once you're happy that your letter is ready to go, where you need to actually submit it is through your My Inquiries on Ross. So if you log on to Ross again, go to your home screen, you'll see a My Inquiries option there that you can select. And when you get into My Inquiries, there's a specific kind of a selection that you need to make. You need to, for the first drop down menu, select National Companies Unit, and for the more specific drop down menu right underneath it, you need to select Letter of No Objection. And there, then you'll be able to upload your letter that you have prepared, and it can take up to possibly 20 days for revenue to come back, and they'll give you an actual letter then of no objection once they are happy for you to go ahead and close the company. Once you have then received your letter of no objection from revenue, the very next step of what you need to do is you need to advertise that the company is being struck off in a daily Irish newspaper. So this is to give, suppose, your suppliers and your customers and other kind of people that you have done business with a chance to object to closing the company. Maybe you owe some money to somebody, so they might see it in the newspaper, oh, they're going to close the company, I'm going to object. And they could potentially petition to stop you striking off your company. So that's why it needs to be advertised in the newspaper before you actually go ahead and formally close the company. Now, this is the first part of the process that will incur a cost. So I've done a bit of a search around. I'm not affiliated with this crowd at all, but say close for business.ie, they offer a service here where you can actually advertise in a daily Irish newspaper for €99 plus VAT. I think you can't really go directly to the newspapers because I suppose of the size or the minimum size of an advertisement that you can probably do with them. I'm assuming that they actually kind of group and accumulate a couple of different strike offs into the one single advert so they can get it cheaper than you possibly can. So as I can see here, they're kind of quoting that if you probably went alone, it can cost €360, whereas it's €99 plus VAT if you go to them. And there's a couple of other different providers out there as well if you do a quick Google search. But roughly what you're talking about here is €99 plus VAT. So the next step after that then, once your strike off request has been advertised, you need to submit a form to the CRO then within 30 days of when the advertisement has happened. So the specific form that you need to actually submit is a H15. And I'll go through this with you now step by step. It's quite straightforward as well. And there's an additional cost as well of submitting this form. It's another €15. So you're probably looking at a rough total of €140 to close your company. Okay, so I have just logged into my core account, and let me just take you through the step by step here of how to complete the H15 form. So on the left hand side, you just need to go to new filings, click update an entity then on the right hand side here, then find your company. So I'm just going to do it for my own one here, but obviously I don't want to strike off my own company. So after selecting on my company, I can search for H15 here. So the form H15 application for voluntary strike off is the name of the form you need here. So if I click start here, now the form is just loading. The first step in the form, they're going to look for some resolution. So this is kind of a statement from the company, basically, that was passed by the board of directors that the directors are happy to actually voluntarily strike off the company. So I have some kind of wording here as well that you can use. That I'll also have linked down here in the description section if you want to download it. So let me just show you what it looks like here if I possibly can. So these are the typical wordings that you can use for your own purposes. I have kind of two separate ones here. One is for if the company never traded, and one is for if the company did trade. So you can go whichever one kind of applies to your own company. So that's fairly straightforward, that first part. Then if we come back to the form here, you need to have some date here when the resolution was actually passed. Also, you need to have an option of whether it was passed in writing by each director, or else it was formally approved at a kind of board meeting. So that's probably the easiest one to do, maybe just board meeting. Then you'll also just need to keep some board minutes for your own records as well on the date and where the meeting actually happened. So they also want to know what address where the meeting was held and whether it was at an AGM or an EGM. So that's all kind of fairly straightforward stuff. The next thing they're looking for here on the form is the letter of no objection. That is what we got from the revenue, so we can just upload that there. Also the advertisement. So when we paid for the advertisement, they'll give us a copy of what the advertisement was and what date it happened, so we can upload that copy there. And then we also just need to tick what newspaper it has been advertised in and the date of the actual publication of that newspaper. As I was saying there earlier, this form H15 needs to be done within 30 days of that date of publication of the advertisement. So just make sure that you get on that fairly quick after the advertisement happens. So once we're kind of happy we have all that page completed, the next page is simply a declaration by the directors that they're happy to strike off the company and whether the company has ceased trading or maybe never traded at all. And back to the same kind of requirements that we outlined at the very start of the video, that the company doesn't have any assets more than €150, doesn't have any liabilities over €150, doesn't have any pending or ongoing litigation against the company. Once you're happy, that's all fine. We're pretty much done now. The last thing then is maybe you've also registered some business names associated with the company as well. So if you have any kind of related business names that or other names that you traded under for the limited company, you can list them all here and get them kind of delinked or kind of registered as well, along with when the company is dissolved. So if we're happy with our declaration here, then we just move on to the verification, which is getting someone to sign off a kind of approval form for this H15. It's just a matter of selecting who you want to certify it. So in my case, it'd be just my own name here and my email address, and also ticking this box here that we certify that everything is kind of correct here in the form. And that's pretty much it. We download the signature page, we sign it, re-upload it, and then we pay the €15 fee, and that's pretty much it. It's submitted, and then we'll just have to wait then until it's actually approved. Okay, so now that we have our H15 form submitted, we now need to basically sit and wait. The CRO, they're not going to just strike off the company straight away when you submit this form. They're going to actually wait now 90 days from this kind of submission before they will go ahead and strike off the company. As I was saying, this is to make sure there's no objections are raised in the meantime. So we'll just have to sit and wait now, and you'll get a notice then when the company is formally actually dissolved. So that's pretty much it then, the whole process. Not too bad. It just takes a bit of time, obviously, because there's a bit of waiting around. So it could span a couple of months between all the different steps that you need to go through there, but nothing overly complex involved in any of them either. So you could definitely go ahead and do a lot of this yourself. If you have any questions about any of this, make sure and drop me an email here at hello@irishfinancial.ie. I also run a course and community for small business owners in Ireland who are looking to set up a company and try and keep things cost effective. We have lots of tutorials and step-by-step guides like what we have in this video here on YouTube. And also we have a weekly Q&A where you can chat with me once a week and troubleshoot any questions that you might have about your company, whether it's around tax returns, financial statements, payroll, bookkeeping, anything to do with running a company and compliance in Ireland. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can check more out about that in the link down in the description section. The website address is courses.irishfinancial.ie.